Hello friends, welcome. So today I am going to take up a problem solving question and this question comes from topic rate and work, which is assumed to be quite complicated or maybe it takes time to solve the question. So let's just see, like, without wasting much time, how we can actually solve it. So the question goes like this. One Smurf and one elf can build a tree house together in 2 hours. Okay, so let me write this information down because there is so much of information given in this question. So it's better to break it down now. So it says that one Smurf and one elf. They build a tree house in 2 hours. Okay. But the Smurf would need the help of two fairies in order to complete the same job in the same amount of time. Okay, so again, one Smurf needs the help of two fairies. So let's say one Smurf and two fairies can complete the same job in the same time. So that means 2 hours again. Now, if one elf and one fairy worked together, it would take them 4 hours to build the house. Okay, so it says that if one elf and one fairy work together, it would take them 4 hours to build the house. Now, assuming that work rates for smurfs, elves, and fairies remain constant, how many hours would it take one Smurf, one elf, and one fairy working together to build the tree house? Okay, so you have to find out that how much time would one Smurf and one elf and one fairy will take to finish the or to build the tree house. Now there are a couple of ways of solving this question, but you know what I would do? I would always recommend that every time you look at such question, try to uh, substitute or plug in some value for the total work. Okay, for the job here. So like here the job is to build a tree house. So let me call it a job and let's assume any number of units for the job. So it's better to take job as 2 hours, 2 hours, 4 hours. So some number multiple of 4 and 2. So let's take 8 units. So let's say the entire job is comprised of 8 units here. Okay, now you will see how it helps. Okay, so now the first, if you look at the first information, one Smurf and one elf, they can finish the entire job in 2 hours. So what is the rate? Okay, let me write it like this. Rate at which one Smurf and one elf finish this job, complete this unit. So what is the rate? Rate would be total work divided by the time taken work. So this is 8 units and this is 2 hours, isn't it? This is what is given. So it means if you just simplify, you will see 4 units per hour. It means that one Smurf and one elf, they are working at the rate of 4 units per hour. In 1 hour, they are finishing 4 units of the job. Similarly, you can also calculate the rate. So let's say rate at which one Smurf and two fairies work. Okay. Now, let me assume these variables to be SRER. So what I'm doing, ideally, I'm actually combining their rates, right? So there would be some rate of Smurf and some rate of elf. So their rates are, we're essentially adding their rates to get the total rate here, right? The same thing we're doing here. So we are adding the rate of one Smurf and two fairies. So that would be 8 by 2 again, the same thing. So that will again be 4 units per hour. Okay. Similarly, if you look at the third part of the information, this one. So one elf and one fairy takes 4 hours. So what is their combining rate? So rate of one elf plus rate of one ferry is equal to what? 8 by 4, which is 2 units per hour, I hope this makes sense to you. Now what we are going to do next is we are going to so now we have actually three equation here. Let me name these equation here, right? So this is your equation 1, this is your equation 2, and this is your equation 3. So you have three equation, and how many variables are there? Three variables. Okay, so let us try to get the individual value of these variables. So what we can do is like what is the common here? Like if you look at the first and second, SR is common, right? So let me subtract equation 2 from equation 1. Okay, so if I subtract equation 2 from equation 1, what will happen? SR plus ER, that will be minus 2. So minus SR minus 2FR is equal to, now 4 minus 4 is going to be 0. Okay, and you can very well see that you can cancel this out, so you are left with ER minus 2FR is equal to 0, right? Let me call it equation 4. Now what else can we do? If you look at equation 3, the equation 3 is also in terms of ER and FR, right? So let us subtract equation from equation 3. So 3 minus 4. When you do that, what do you get? So equation 3 is ER plus FR is equal to 2. Let me just solve this in equation first. Okay, so what do you get? This minus equation 4 is ER. So minus inside this will be plus 2FR, and this is going to be equal to 2 minus 0, which is 2. Okay, so now clearly you can actually get rid of ER from here. Now you're left with 3FR is equal to 2. So FR, that is the rate at which one ferry works, is 2/3 units per hour, right? That means that ferry completes 2/3 units of work in 1 hour. So now that you know it, let's try to find the value of other variables as well. Okay, so if your FR is this, what will be the value of your 2R? So using this equation 4, you can find the value of ER. So ER is going to be ER minus, let me plug in the value of 2 by 3 there. So ER minus 2 into 2 by 3 is equal to 0. So the value of ER that I'm going to get is going to be 4 by 3. So that means one ELF finishes 4 by 3 units of work per hour. Alright, now let's quickly get the value of the last variable that's left, and last variable is SMUF. So now we know the value of ER. Let's substitute the value of ER in first equation. Okay, so first equation is SR plus ER is equal to 4. So SR plus ER is equal to 4. So SR I don't know, but I know the value of ER, which is 4 by 3, and this is equal to 4. So what is the value of SR? So this will be 4 minus 4, 3, which is, if you simplify this, is 4 3s are 12 minus 4, 8. So this is going to be 8 by 3 units per hour. Alright, so now we have all the three values. Now the question, what is the question here? The question is, how much time will be taken if all three of them work together? So one SMUF, one ELF, and one ferry, if all three of them work together, how much time will they take to finish the job? All right, so what we are going to do, we know, right? This is the standard formula. Rate is equal to total work divided by time taken, right? I can, in order to find the time, this is what I'm supposed to do here in this question. Okay, so in order to calculate the time, what I can do, work divided by rate. Okay, so what is, how much is the work? That I've already assumed it to be 8. Now what are their respective rate? See, when all three of them are working together, their rates get added. So the rate of fairy is 2 by 3. I just found out. The rate of elf is 4 by 3. And then the rate of smurf is 8 by 3. Okay. So let us solve this one. 8 divided by this will be 14 by 3. Okay. Or 3 goes up. This will be 24 by 14 or 12 by 7. Okay. Hours, because we are talking about time now. So how much time will be taken by them to finish the work? That would be 12 by 7. Let's see if it is there in the option. Yes, it's right there. Okay, so that's the answer, 12 by 7. So every time you come across this rate and work question, try to first plug in some number for the job and then think in terms of rate. Okay, so I think that way it will be more it will be easier for you to calculate things here instead of working with variable. So do give it a try, and I hope this helps. Let me know in the comment section. Thank you.